Hello everyone! Today we're going to be doing the nail polish slime test, and this video was requested by one of my subscribers. She said that you could put nail polish and oil together and make slime. I know you guys see this tiny little slime that I'm holding up. I will explain that later, trust me. But for right now, let's just go ahead and get into it.
We're growing into something better. We're gazing at the stars, hoping they'll tell us who we are, young souls with.
So the first thing that I did is take a nail polish that I no longer use, and I also suggest that if you do this test, make sure you pick a nail polish that you don't really use, or maybe it's old and you're not gonna miss it, because it is very wasteful to do this test with nail polish, of course. And just add a little bit of oil. I happen to have olive oil, and normally I probably would suggest you guys to pick like a thicker cooking oil, but that's the only thing that I have, and I don't feel like it's really working at this point. As you can see, nothing is really happening. So I decided to change my nail polish because I feel like the first one might just be a little old, and that's why it didn't work. But I decided to use a more expensive nail polish. As you can see, I only poured a little bit just to make this test, and I also put some oil in, and again, nothing's really happening at this point. Yeah, but then I realized that I added more oil, and that's when I started to see a little bit of slime potential.
Scattered in the wreckage, holding on until we're rising from the trenches. We're gazing at the stars.
You know, when I started this test, I thought it wasn't gonna work out, but for some reason, I started to see a tiny little slime. And I know what you guys are thinking, what is the point of this if you can't make a giant piece of blob of slime? Why would you want to do this? And I kind of asked myself the same thing, but in a way, it's kind of fun just to test like different things, I guess. I can tell you guys right now that once you make your little tiny piece of slime, it actually kind of feels like Play-Doh in your hands, and it stretches just like Play-Doh as well. But you kind of have to play with it a little bit and keep messing with it. Then you just get this slime, like slightly tiny little bit of, I guess, slime slash Play-Doh. So as you guys can see, I only made a very small, tiny little slime that's only good for maybe a doll or something. It's definitely not good for humans to play with. It's so small, and even though I didn't pour a whole bunch of nail polish, but I still don't feel like even if you were to use the entire bottle that it would make much of a difference. But I did this test anyway. I decided to pour the entire bottle of nail polish in, and we'll see how much slime you can make.
Just trying to find a way together. We're okay. We're growing into something better. We're gazing.
And I also want to point out to you guys that even though you use an entire bottle of nail polish, but not all of the components that make up nail polish or the chemicals that make up nail polish become slime or reacts to oil. So this was all that I was able to get out of that entire bottle, and I decided to throw in some glitter just to make it look pretty, and then let's just see how this works out. Oh my god, so as you guys can see, there's so much mess on my hand right now. It went terribly wrong. Couple things I want to mention is, first off, the only reason I did this is to show you guys that you can't make a lot of slime even with an entire bottle of nail polish. Secondly, this is entirely toxic to anyone, children, kids, adults, anybody. I had to use 100% acetone just to get rid of all the nail polish, and it took me several rounds. And even after that, my fingers were still green for the day. So I definitely don't recommend this method. You know, some people on YouTube make it with just a little bit of nail polish and then add liquid starch or borax, which you could do that as well, but that's not really nail polish alone. So for this video, I feel like nail polish alone plus oil is not a good idea. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one.
Who we are, young souls with canvas hearts.